Welcome back to Navigating the Modern World with Coach Eli, walking with purpose. And today, I have another great topic here. This one is going to be more catered towards the ladies, because I help both guys and gals. I don't just focus my content to men like a lot of other channel owners that are male that do similar content. I focus it to both men and women because I love both men and women, and I want both men and women to be successful at whatever it is they want to accomplish in this crazy modern world we live in, whether it be, personally or professionally. Because I'm a business and personal success coach, relationship coach, aka life coach, right? But let's get to the topic here today. The topic is, ladies, stop holding the past against new guys you meet. One more time. Ladies, stop holding the past against new guys you meet. I'm going to share a story. I'm going to share a story with you right now about a woman that I went on a date with years ago. It's so interesting. I can go back and look at text messages, and I've screenshot so many of my conversations with women, and I have them in a folder on my laptop because I like to refer to them for content. So to my current woman out there, let me make it clear. I want you to know you're the only one for me. But I keep this stuff because it's very educational. And what I'm going to share here right now is something that you guys need to pay close attention to and not let it waste your time with a woman like this. So a few years back, I was talking to this woman. I can't remember which. I think she was on Match.com, same place where I met my current lady. And she lived about an hour or so away from me. And we talked for a little while, and she had just gotten divorced. She had been away from her husband for a year, and she really wanted to find a good guy. Okay, so I remember, we sent a few messages back and forth, and then like I always say, I like to take it to the phone and have a conversation and see how it feels. So her and I back then had a phone conversation. It sounded cool. We decided to meet the next day. You want to meet as quickly as possible because, if not, you're going to get passed up. If you don't meet within a few days of connecting with somebody online, it's not going to happen. The ambulance is in the emergency lane. There's probably an accident up there. Wow. So I ended up going to meet this woman. She actually lived about an hour and a half away, and I drove an hour. She drove an hour. She drove a half an hour. I drove an hour, and we went to some waterfront in some city near her area, closer than my area. It was a little out of the Bay Area. And I met up with her, and the first thing I noticed is that she was a little bit thicker than her pictures, but she was still attractive enough, to the point of where, okay, I would have given her a chance back then if one particular thing didn't happen. And her and I walked around a little bit. We talked. Everything was cool. And then we sat in my car for a little bit, and we were talking. And I asked her. We were just talking back and forth, and I asked her, well, what do you think about our date so far? Because she just seemed like little hesitant. Like she was talkative, but she was just like, she seemed kind of like guarded a little bit, but not overly guarded, right? So I remember this clearly. This is pretty funny. So I ended up going for the kiss, and the kiss worked. So she was making out with me. I was making out with her, right? There's a fire truck over there. And I like to kind of, test things out to see how open women are. I don't necessarily have sex with a woman on the first date. I'm not saying it hasn't happened before, but typically I don't even want it to happen on the first date. But I want to see if they're open to it happening on the second date or the third date, right? So the way you do this, if a woman's really into you, you can tell by the way she's kissing you passionately. She's holding you tight, right? Her body's shaking, right? So this woman, I knew she was really into me. So what I do is I, take my hands and start, touching areas like the behind, and then even the one area, the promised land. Let's just call it the promised land. So I'm only using this for example purposes because I want you guys to not waste your time when you encounter a woman like this, right? So I went to go rub on the promised land, with her clothes on. And she's like, just don't go there, don't go there. You touch me anywhere but there. And I'm like, why? Because if you touch me there, I'm going to want to have sex with you. I said, come again? She goes, if you touch me there, I'm going to want to have sex with you. Okay, well, first of all, I remember this clearly. It was funny. I looked her in the eye, and I told her, well, how do you know I want to have sex with you? Well, do you? I said, not necessarily. I'm not saying that I wouldn't be interested in having sex with you at some point, but we're not at that point yet. We're having a good time here. But, nothing wrong with, fooling around a little bit and feeling it, right? Yeah, but I just can't control myself. And, I want to be good, and I want to take it slow. And then when a woman starts saying stuff like that, you're like, okay, there's just something not right here. This is either a woman that has emotional issues, stem back to her childhood or unresolved issues from her childhood or marriage or something, right? Or she's a very structured woman, right? And guys, when you're dealing with a lot of emotional baggage, and when you're dealing with, an overly structured woman, the thing they're going to dangle over you is sex. They're going to use sex to control you, right? Now, again, I wasn't going to sleep with her that night, even if she wanted to sleep with me, right? But, and let me even continue with what I said next. I said, so I don't understand the reaction. I'm not going to let it happen here, but is there something bothering you? Have you experienced something that, made you react this way? I just thought that was kind of like an odd reaction. I said, you're feeling this, aren't you? She goes, yes, too much. I'm feeling it too much. And if you're feeling it that much, then why not just let the natural flow of progression, let things go where they're supposed to go? And I'm not even going to let it get to sex tonight anyway, right? I said, well, what's going on? What happened? What's happened to you, right? She goes, well, I just want to take my time and make sure that you're the right guy. I say, have you had some experiences in the past where you took a chance and it didn't work out? She goes, okay, I was with this guy a few months back, and, same situation. I had sex with him the first night, and then he ghosted me. I said, well, it's going to happen. He's probably the wrong guy. Maybe I took that to find out that he's the wrong guy. But do you think it's fair to hold that against me or any other guys that you meet that you may actually feel a connection with? Do you feel it's fair to, hold the past against a new guy regarding what another guy did to you, right? And I even told her, I said, you know what? Why don't you chalk it up to the experience? You were married to, this guy for a long time. You weren't happily married. You had some fun. It didn't work out. So be it, right? Well, I don't want to be thought of as easy. Well, nobody does. But this is 2019 or something? I think it was 2019 when I had met this woman. It's like 2019. Like we're almost in 2020. This was a couple years back. Come on. No man or woman thinks like that nowadays. So, could I have probably slept with her the second date or third date if I kept seeing her? Probably. She wanted to see me again and wanted to go to dinner and do all that. And I told, you know what I told her? I told her back then that, listen, until I know there's a sexual connection, I want more than that, but until I know there's a sexual connection, I'm not going to take you out to dinner. I'm not going to invest anything more into this until I know you're really into me. And I told her, I told her directly, I looked at her and I said, listen, I'm not a player, I'm not a one-night stand type of guy. But why should I invest any of my time and money into you until I know you're really into me? Well, I am into you. Well, the only way, I'll tell you this, here's the secret. And this may sound kind of bad, but it's the truth. The only way a guy knows for sure a woman's into him is after they sleep together. Because a woman that's really into a guy is not going to be able to control wanting to sleep with him. Well, I feel that way about you. I just don't want to make that mistake. So, yeah, but if you really felt that way, you wouldn't be grabbing my arm and telling me not to touch you there, and you wouldn't be concerned if it happened or not. So what did I do? I actually I told her to think about it, and text me the next day. And what did I do? Right when I got back to my car, after she left and went back to her car. We were in my car at the end, if I remember correctly. That's right. And then she went to her car. I blocked her on my phone, and I think it was Match.com where I met her. I blocked her on Match. I'm gonna wait a second here. Hi. I was waiting for that the guy to pass by. He's got some headphones on. Looks like a nice guy, but he kind of looked a little socially awkward. We're back to the quiet zone now. No longer by the freeway there. So, I was going to share another story, but this video has gone on long enough. That's one of the best examples from my vault, from my archive. And I'm going to start sharing some more of those stories because, like I said, I have a lot. I would screenshot all of my interactions with women before I met this woman. So, babe, just so you know, I'm with you, but I've got screenshots of everything. And at some point, I'd be happy to show you, how ridiculous some of these women are. Now, my woman might say, well, I don't even know why you're with me. I've got emotional issues and this and that. I'm going to tell you why I'm with you. You were not afraid to emotionally bond with me the first night that we met, and you were not afraid to let me hold you and touch you and kiss you. And you wanted to be intimate with me that first night in my car, and because I wanted to be a good guy and be respectful because you were truly feeling it for me. And believe me, the fact that she wanted to sleep with me so much that night is what made me want to wait. Not because I didn't want it, because I wanted to show her my respect in return for understanding what it takes to prove to a man you really like them more than just their money or stuff like that, right? So the thing is this. Everybody's messed up to a certain extent, okay? And every woman is going to have emotional issues, and guys do too, but I'm just talking about women here in this video. All women are going to have some emotional issues or baggage or something, right? But some of them handle it better than others. And I will even say this to my woman, because she's had a lot of issues. She went through a divorce, and she's had issues that stem back to her childhood, and she's worked through them. But what I've always respected about her is the fact that when her and I met, she didn't hold any of that against me. She gave me a fair chance. And what's there not to respect about that? Ladies, if you want to find a good man that you can grow old with and have happiness with, you got to let go of all the baggage from the past. You got to let go of everything that any other guy did to you, whether it's physically, sexually, or mentally. You got to let go of all that and not hold it against any other guy. Because I'll tell you this, guys, if you're with a woman and everything feels right, and she stops the natural flow of progression because she doesn't want to move too fast into sex or something because of what's happened to her in the past, that's the last time you talk with her. Now, if the woman has other emotional issues, but she's open to you romantically, that means that's a woman you can work with. That's a woman you can bond with. And once you bond with her, you'd be surprised. Maybe your bond with her is what's going to be the best medicine for her to work through her other stuff. Just because you're a good guy and you're with her, right? And that's going to wrap up this video here today. I had some long videos. I still have one more to record. I'm getting towards the end, so I got to get to it. All right, with that being said, thank you for taking time to view this video. Another video is coming to this channel soon. Please like, share, subscribe, bang the bell, select the notifications, and I'll catch you on the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.